What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the McFarlane Toys Pacific Rim KAIJU Leatherback. This is a category 4 KAIJU, and there's leatherback in the package, and there's a comic book in the background. This is an action figure playset with a comic book. That's what it's called. KAIJU Leatherback. There he is, and all kinds of stuff that says comes with a comic in different languages. There is a leatherback on the back. I really like leatherback. One of my favorite kaijus. There's some intel on them, and there's some specs on them if you want to know. Very cool packaging. We do have a pic of leatherback in here, but it looks very strange. I don't know. That doesn't look very leatherbacky to me. It's in there. But there he is on the outside of the package. Different pic. And let's see what's going on here, shall we? Because I'm curious to know why this looks weird. I don't know. I guess it's an extreme close-up of his mouth being open. Yeah, it is what it is. Not one of the better ones of that. But, you know, we're not here for that. We're here for the figure and the vehicles and all that jazz inside. So without any further ado, let's get this review. First up, like the rest, we get a comic. We get Pacific Rim Aftermath number 2 with that dude on the cover. And that going on the back. Giving a quick look because we don't really review these. We're just kind of looking at them, you know. Quick looks. Come on with that. Quick looks. Looks pretty cool. I will give this a read at some point, but, you know, yeah, it's fine. It's just fine. That's all I got to say about it. It's fine. Pretty standard, but looking forward to checking all of these out when I'm done. And here is Leatherback and his accessories. A playset out of the package, and the vehicles are ones we've seen before. This one, yeah, he's got a little bit of a deformed, funny looking little turret here. It does spin. It's nice. We've seen this one before. This is the amphibious tank thing. Oh boy, he's got some dysfunction. But yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. I like that there's actually some paint on these things. They're very cool. And this one is the little Humvee thing with the bazooka on top. It's pretty cool. Again, we saw these two already. We get the same base that we've seen. And then actually we get a different building top. And the rest is what we've seen, breakaway building with all the insides. These are all interchangeable, which is cool. You can put them any way you want. You can make the building shorter, you know, should you choose. You know, however you want to do it, you can do it. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to use the base either. It's cool. But like I said, this is a different top than the 4 that we've done thus far. And that's pretty cool. I like it. You know, not bad. Some things going on here, maybe like a helipad type thing. I don't know if that's what it is, but it's possible. But yeah, not so terrible, not so terrible. But of course, we're here for the kaiju, and it's a really good leatherback. And you know, as far as I don't know what fell off my desk. As far as articulated leatherbacks, I believe this is only the second one, with the NECA being the first. I don't know if I have my NECA handy to compare it. It's still in storage, I believe. But you know, it will make do. I think this is pretty cool, but as far as that articulation, this doesn't come with that much. You get the shoulders on swivels, and then you get the elbows on swivels going outwards. And then you get the torso moving a bit, but it is pretty tight. But it does move back and forth, which is nice. And yeah, that's it. The head does not move, and the legs do not move. So, you know, that's all you get. But, you know, that's part and parcel for all of these. They got like various articulation points, and some more than others. What it does have is some really cool looks. And I like Leatherback. You know, he's kind of like this gorilla-like thing. He is like an alien Kong in a way. And of course, that for me is very attractive. The whole bottom half does not have any paint on it. It is just gray plastic, but the sculpt I think is pretty well done. He does have this little kind of tail at the end, which is pretty cool. And this like spine continues upwards, and then you got all of this on the back, which produces some sort of like pulse. This is pretty cool. That all looks really good, but again, no paint all back here. The legs have nice sculpt. All of this has a very, very nice sculpt, as you would expect from McFarlane. I think they do sculpts very well. This is what the front of the legs look like. Let's zoom in a little bit. Whoa, that was a heck of a zoom. But he does have little spikies at the back here of his legs. And then the chest does have the bioluminescence. That is the only paint on the gray is the blue, and it's a decent design. I do like it. We do get it on the arms as well, which looks pretty cool. He's got big spikes up here. He's got spikes back there. And then, you know, kind of hang it off his paws here. Really cool. Look at those claws, man. Those claws do some damage. He's got big, powerful arms, and they look very, very nice. Again, I like the bioluminescence everywhere it is. It is done very cleanly and nice. The chest is a nice sculpt as well. So that's pretty cool. All of that looks good. Then for the head, you do have the little hairs and whatnot in the back in blue. Done okay. You know, not as good as the bioluminescence, but done okay. And then the face looks pretty good. The top of the head, pretty nice. You do got paint in there, and man, I'm impressed that came out clean. They like just dropped some paint in there, and it turned out clean. The eyes look good too. All four of them, pretty nice. And then the inside of the mouth is all painted, and it is gradiated. So you see it's a little more purple up here, and then it goes backwards, or it's just painted less up here. But it's a nice effect either way. And I think it looks good, and the paint is throughout the mouth. So, yeah, the mouth does not open or close. So that would have been cool as one more little point, but alas, it's not. It was a good profile from both sides. So what more can you want? I think it's good. I think the proportions are excellent. Like, as we've seen with all of these so far, I think they did a spot-on job of recreating, you know, all these monsters in the smaller, like 4-inch type form, 3 3/4 inch form. I think it's great. You know, like, it's fun to see smaller figures. You know, like, I've gotten so many people, man, so disappointed that these aren't bigger figures, as if, you know, there's only one scale to play with ever, and everything must be in that scale or it's a disappointment. I mean, look, not everything, you know, has to be the same. Not everything is for you. You know, Don McFarlane has said these are for the kids more than anything, and obviously they are. The way they are made, they are. But as a collector as well, I love him. I really do. I like having different, you know, sizes, and it makes for more fun displays. And I don't know, maybe it's a thing that as you get older, all this scale nonsense kind of slips away from you, or maybe you just get more crazy with it. I don't know. You know, like, you could go either way. But for me, I stopped caring about scale quite a while ago. It's more freeing. Whatever looks cool, whatever I like collecting goes into my collection. These were no doubters that I was going to get as a huge Pacific Rim fan, to get more, you know, fun little figures in there. You know, I think this is fun. And, you know, especially since I have to redo my PR collection, it's fun to have new stuff in there for sure. And for your size comparisons, first up here is a Leatherback with the 4 other Kaiju and Jaegers from McFarlane Toys that I've reviewed thus far. And come on, this is a cool little collection. You gotta admit, this is fun. And while I indeed could not get to the NECA leatherback. I'm so sorry. Here's some other figures you might have in your collection for a little more size comparison. And my final thoughts, I really like the leatherback. He's very cool. I always like this kaiju, and I think McFarlane did a nice job on this figure. It's a nice set. All of these sets are really cool so far. I really like them. There's not much to complain about, you know what I'm saying? For 20 bucks, you get a comic, which is already a $4 value. And then you get a really nicely detailed figure for the size. It's not like super articulated, but it works. It's a cool little display piece. You know, and if you're getting them for your kids, they're gonna have a ton of fun with this stuff. All the buildings are customizable. It's cool stuff, for sure. I like this guy. I think he's very cool. And I think you should get him. I don't know. I never say that, but I think you should get him. Why not? He's a good one. He's a good one. I don't know if he's my favorite of the kaiju yet, but yeah, I think he might be. I think he might be. So far, this one's my favorite. I'll say that. Alright? And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Until next time, peace out.